All right, so this is not going to be like a really long. It's not going to be a really long stream, live stream. It's going to be really short, straight to the point, everything. So one thing I noticed yesterday, I was looking at the market, and of course, the first thing that you want to do is you want to check to see if there's any news for the day or for the week or however you want to do it. Of course, like I was looking at 10. I do check. For example, like today is the 11th, Thursday. I see that there is hella red folders, right? That just means that there is really high impact on those currencies, which is really going to affect the way that the market is moving while you're in your positions, no matter if it's a buy or a sell. So one thing that I see here, it says 8:30 a.m. news, and it says core CPI, PPI, excuse me, and it says unemployment claims. So that's really going to affect the USD currency. That's really going to affect the way that the market is going to be moving, especially whenever you're in a trade, doing a trend, right, or in a trending market. That's really going to affect the way that you go about the market. And so, crazy thing about that is, like right now your USD is in a correction on the day chart. So I'm gonna go to the day chart and I'm gonna mark it up so I can show y'all. And then I'm also gonna show y'all this indicator I have also here in a second. So right now this market is in a correction on the day chart. Right, you can see you had a pullback right here, and then you can see the market took out this high right here. So if you look, I'm gonna go like, where is that? I don't know why I can never find it sometimes. All right, so my lowest point is here. Here's my pullback. Here's my 3, 4, 5, 6 on that high. So that's essentially what happened on the day chart. So we're expecting this to already come in and then form a potential A wave, which really goes down. It's really going to end up going down and coming into this box and retracing back upwards and then going down to take out the low of that first correctional wave. That's what should be happening right now. Now, if you drop down to the hour time frame, you're gonna see that buyers' momentum is starting to come in. on this time frame. So what I did was on this candle, because I knew that there was going to be news on USD, and it's a red folder. I knew that was going to affect it. Now that's not to say, every time you see a red folder, it's going to buy or stuff. No, it's not to say that. It just depends on what kind of news it is. But however, it's crazy because this happened. The same thing happened yesterday. I'm gonna go back and try to find like where it was at. It actually, believe it or not, I think it was over here. It was either over here. Yeah, it was actually over here. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, it was right here. Right here in this area, we got news on the dollar. It was yesterday morning, and you see is this bullish push up. Right, you see the bullish push up. And you like thinking like, yo, like what's going on? Like, is it changing trends or what's going on? What's really happening? And the thing about that is it's not anything that's gonna, it's not really going to fully affect to where like it's going to change the overall trend. But for the time being, right, this is why I use the hour chart because it does let me know specifics, right? On this candle, on this candle right here, I actually got in for a buy because not only is this a reversal candle for the Heikin-Ashi candle, but this is also, I'm also knew that this was going to buy it because yesterday we got the same exact kind of news. And I take note of this. If I go back to Forex Factory, right? Yesterday, let me go back up. Yesterday, CPI, says CPI, core CPI, and then today, core PPI, PPI, unemployment claim. So those are, to me, that's telling me like those are like really tied. Like I'm just gonna, I guess throw it out there. Like for me, like if I see like a red folder on USD, if I'm trading this to go to the downside, if there's news on USD, I'm actually most likely gonna trade it to go into the opposite way, just for that time being. Maybe for the next hour candle, next 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever. I'm going to look to trade this in the opposite direction because I know that there's news on that specific currency pair because overall I'm selling it. But what the news does is it actually reverses it because everybody in this area are probably still in their sell position. So they probably got in maybe here, right? I'm going to actually use an example. People are, let's just say this is a flat top investor confirmation for the sell. So people are literally selling it there, right? And they're trying to hold it for, however far down it goes, right? And their stop losses are right here where it moved out. So, I'm trying to get a box. Oh, here it goes. So the stop losses is here. Say the top of this wick. I'm gonna make that like red. So stop loss. So this red box is the stop loss. Right? And what the news does is it comes in and it stops everybody out the trade. They're freaking out because they're like, you don't know what's going on. And me, again, I take note of what folder I see on whichever currency pair. So obviously high impact, right? High impact is going to be the red folder, right? High impact is going to be the red folder. And then if you don't know how this is going to affect the market, you can just go click on the folder and it will literally tell you, if you scroll down, jobless claims, initial claims, why traders care. Although it's generally viewed as a lagging indicator, the number of unemployed people is an important signal of overall economic health because consumer spending is highly correlated with labor market conditions. Unemployment is also a big consideration for those steering the country's monetary policy. So that's letting you know that the market is most likely going to reverse. So if you're in a sell position, right? This red folder doesn't mean to sell it. This red folder is technically the complete opposite. That's just my opinion. That's just straightforward with it, right? Like, and especially with unemployment claims, like I literally just read into like what it says, like what the news for that time, and then I go based off of what I want to do, like in that given moment. Now, what you could do is you could wait until the actual news is actually over with, and then you can take your position, or you can trade the news. Like sometimes I'll trade the news because I know that that's going to give you bullish momentum. Like right now, I'm actually going to. So I have this iMessage chat and this Telegram chat. I'm actually going to drop this in here. All right, so basically, let me see something. Basically, again, like this is literally like do it for you. Like, to be honest with you, like you can choose to stay into this. But if you're on like a buy or something, you could choose to stay into this. You could choose to, let it ride out. But because you know that news is coming soon, right? You can actually play off of that. And another way that you know that, and this is just what I do, I really candle watch. I watch to see what that candle is actually doing in real time, because it actually gives me more of an objective to actually complete. It gives me something to look at. When you're looking at candles like this candle is definitely had a big rejection, right? It hit this red box, stopped everybody out, freaking out. They're like, man, what do we do? And everything like that. And now they don't really understand how to, I guess, fully tell whether or not this market is going to continue going bullish, or is it going to be bearish? Bullish, or is it going to be bearish? Me, on this, like I said, on this hour candle, really when I seen it started to pull up, I knew that the news was going to affect the overall direction of the market to go into the opposite direction based on the formation of this candle. Like I'm actually just looking like, okay, this is, of course, this is a reversal candle, right? But I know that news is coming in, so I know that news is going to give me what momentum, and I know that that's going to push this in the opposite way. So this one candle here, I'll just go like from here to there. This one candle was 21 pips. That's not bad though. So somebody could have really got on this candle. They got their 20 pips, be out, and they're good for the day. They're good for the day because they would have probably, most likely, known that this was actually going to come in, and they would have risked, right? So now this candle can continue based on the following candle, or based on what the next candle is, right? So yesterday, here was our news candle. I'm gonna highlight this. This was our news candle. I want to make that a different color. This highlighted yellow was our news candle, right? Yesterday, at the same time. Yeah, it was the same time. I was about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock for some people, 7 o'clock for some people. But this was, or actually, yeah, wasn't that? I think that was the candle. Yeah, that definitely was the candle there. I had to make sure because I'm like, wait a minute. But yeah, so I highlighted this candle, like I said, specifically because we got the same exact kind of news or similar news on USD and you could play off of this candle and say, all right, well, this next candle that opens up, it's either going to be a flat bottom or flat top, and then you can, go based off of that and then so forth. I think that's really important because, again, like I said, I literally just looked at today's news. Well, first I looked at yesterday's news, because yesterday's news, when I looked at the market, I knew that it said CPI. I knew that this was, going to affect the market, and that overall I was selling the market. Like, I was selling it overall because I knew that the market was overall in the correction state. But I knew that news was going to reverse this, so I played off of that. Now, again, when I go back and we go down, what's this news on GBP? So GBP was like bullish overall, right? Then maybe you can look to instead of selling it off, which actually I believe this GBP USD is doing the exact same thing. Look at that. Same thing. This candle right here is a reversal candle played off of this and from the buy. And that would have been a good, at least, I really want to say like 30 pips. At least 43 altogether. But yeah, you could have played off of that. And that would have been fairly good. So any USD pair that you're trading, this is me personally. Those red folders are, in my opinion, reversal folders, and I look at those as trading in the opposite direction based on the candle formation or whatever, however you want to say it. Me, I do, like, I'm pretty sure overall I'm pretty sure overall this is in a correction as well, which it is. Yep, it definitely is. It's in a correction. So it looks like. Pull back, and then my 5 is going to be up here. So yes, this is in a correction on this day chart. This is in a correction on this day chart. And again, if you drop down to the 1 hour chart, you can see that this is, fairly, like, for the time being, because news is very bullish. Right, so now, depending on the currency pair that you trade, this is why I like to trade USD pairs. I don't really have a specific go-to, but I like trading USD because it's really easy to decipher and determine what it's going to do based on the news. Gray folders, they mean bank holidays, and then if you go to, I'm going to click on news, and you can see that if I click on news, over here it has the breaking legend. Like, it tells you what each folder means, high impact, medium impact, low impact, and all of that. So that's good. And it makes it more easier for somebody to kind of determine what it actually going to do. Because if there's like a yellow folder, it's like an orange folder is like kind of like you might want to look for something to happen, but it's not really a full sure thing. And then that red folder is like, you need to look for this to actually do the complete opposite. So let me go back to EU. So EU, on EU, this, again, like, we're just waiting for this next candle to open up here, like the next, 9 minutes. I'm waiting for that candle to open. And more than likely, it's going to be a flat bottom, and then momentum will continue going up, kind of blow past this red box. Because if you look, we did get a following bullish candle after yesterday's news candle. We got this one, and then we got this one. Personally, looking like it's going to go back down. We got some more bullish movements, and then we got sellers movement. So, and this is I'm telling you, this is like something to write down to because it's lit. Like, I literally look at this like, okay, like this is really like, what's it called? It's like it's kind of like chess almost, because it's like a lot of people still sell. Like, I mean, and it's okay to still be in the sell if you like, if you got red like that, and you just hold this, you still in profit. So this really ain't going to affect you if you got it at the beginning of the sell or something like that. But like, if you like trying to like scout this or something, yeah, like news is going to affect your scalp entry. So it's kind of like really, really smart to wait and to really just play off of what the news is actually telling you. So I'm actually going to go back. For anybody just hopping on, like literally, like all I did was I looked at this and then I'm like, all right, cool. Now we do have red photos for GBP2, which means honestly, like, and this was at 7 a.m. So around like 6. Around like 6. I want to say like you got like something going on GBP, which I'm actually going to check that now. This is the 7 o'clock candle. This is the 6 o'clock candle. So like on GU, you got red photos for both. You have red photos for GBP and USD. So it's kind of like it's kind of like, really, to be honest, it's really like it's gonna be going like up and down kind of thing. Like it's really not gonna be like a big particular, I guess, like movement in one direction. Like it's not gonna be consolidation either, because consolidation is kind of like, obviously you just get straight line or something like that. But over here, like literally, like I got red photos for both. So GU, like, I mean, I could still trade this, but I wouldn't really want to look for a scalp. But I'm already in position or something like that, then I'm already in there. Anyway, let's go over the indicator, right? Choose color EMA. I have it on here right now. I hadn't dropped it yet. This is my own. This is my own EMA. I have it on here, and it's really easy to tell what this does based on color scheme. So my indicator is very useful. Right? It's not, of course, it's not 100% yet. I literally just put this together yesterday. It's not really 100%, but granted, it does let you know when the market is going to change direction. And if you look at confirmation, it really will help. Again, I haven't dropped this yet. I'm trying to look at this. Okay, so here is a potential momentum-based sell candle here, and just to let you know that there's obviously this is a momentum-based candle, because it could kind of push down a little bit. This line is red, and the next candle that you got was a flat top, so you couldn't enter. You could have entered here, and you would have been up all the way until this pretty much changed color, or you could have stayed in until you got however many pips. Like me, I mean, I normally like at the bare minimum, like 10 pips. Like that's like the bare minimum. Like 10 pips is like, all right, if I get 10 pips, I'm risking, I'm in and I'm out of here. But this indicator I made, I'm trying to actually, if you go down all the way to the bottom, it's 92 pips, and what you call it, this line changed color like one time. So really you could stay into the EMA changes color, or you could stay until you see some kind of reversal going on. So 9 times out of 10, somebody's gonna try to get like 20 to 30 pips on this and then be out of the trade, and they're good. Which, I mean, that's on average, that's perfect. And really don't need a lot. And let's go over here and see how it worked out over here. Confirmation is on this EMA turned green, and then you got a confirmation here, but most people would have entered here. Most people would have entered here. Let me see something. Most people would have entered here. Would have entered right here, because that's a reversal candle, or it's a reversal candle, like as in like you have this candle here, and then this is letting you know momentum's coming in. You got a flat bottom, so some people would have entered on this candle. You would have rolled it up, and then if you had my email, you would have waited till it turned green, and then you could roll all of that all the way up, and then you would have been in there. So let's see. That's 118 pips right there. Somebody could have caught. And mind you, this did not change color until over here, so it is somewhat efficient. I do have to work on some things as far as just like the editing and stuff like that, and I'll be coming out with it. I'm trying to see what this next candle gonna do. So this looks like it's going to reverse going back down, because the news already happened. But there is only one way to tell. The opening of the next candle. That's the only way to tell. Let's drop down to the 5-minute chart. I mean, just because I want to see what that's going. 5-minute chart. My indicator definitely works too. On that, like all of that, you could have caught. I mean, stuff. But let me go back to the 1 hour chart real quick. So this is kind of still moving with some kind of like momentum. I mean, that's just what I feel like. But then I'll probably wait for the next candle. Cause I really feel like it's gonna go up more because of that PPI news, and then people again still like freak out or whatever. And the way that you, got a flat bottom, little momentum, like it's very little momentum. Like this is no longer in my state. That's a really small candle. Like, but one way that you will tell, like, if this is actually moving with momentum or not, that wick will start to move. Like, I look at that. It's the way that the candle moves overall. Like, I look at the way the candle moves. I look at the way the candle looks. So, like, if it's a reversal candle, I know, like, right here, this where my cross is at. That's a reversal candle. Right here, this is a reversal candle here. Obviously, this was our news candle. I'm actually highlight that. So this was our news candle again, and so this was our news candle yesterday. This was our news candle today. And right now, like I said, like it's most likely going to go back in the opposite direction. Now I want to see if I got news on the euro. I have an orange folder, so this is really like medium impact. So it's really, I'm actually going to read this and see what it says. Because it says President speaks. My traders care. As a head of ECB, which controls short-term interest rates, she has more influence over the euro's value than any other person. Traders scrutinize her public engagements as they are often used to drop can't even talk. Clues regarding future monetary policy. So that's that for the euro. Let me see something. So of course this is like, depending on like what she's saying, right? I mean, it will, because it could affect it somewhat. But this was at 8 a.m. So this was at really like 7 a.m. like my time typically. So this already passed. So the news is over. All the news is for, at least for high impact news or news that are going to actually move the market in a different way. That news is over. So you have medium impact on USD, and you have another medium impact on USD, and then you have nothing really that's going to affect this. So I should foresee sellers are going to come back in, and what's happening is sellers are coming back in. So now people that are in like a scalp or something, they don't have to worry about anything. Because like me personally, if I was trading this off this candle, I would have bought this, which I did, made my little profits off of this, got out the trade, caught my, however many pips, and then I got out, and now I'm looking to sell this off again, which I'm not going to sell it because I'm already in a sell anyway. Because again, like some people, they're in a sell position already, and they're looking to hold this sell position, and then they're like, all right, well, should I stay in this position? Should I get out of this position? Whatever. And the thing is like you really have to like ask yourself, rather you want to stay in or rather get out. Like me personally, I know the overall bias of the market is really gonna go down. How do I know that? Well, I already established that this is now going down for a correctional pattern. And then I said earlier this week that this was going to come into this box here and then potentially start to move a little further, or come into the box, reject back up, come and hit this, 0.9684 price, and then work its way back down a little lower than this little point right here. And that's how that happens. But using my indicator on the day chart, it really works too. Again, if you're just getting on here, I have not came out with this yet. I am working on some things, but I did favorite it. Choose color EMA. I did favorite it. You want to use this with confirmations. You don't want to just, lines green, let me get in. No, or the lines are red, let me get in. No, you want to really look for confirmation to let you know that this is actually going to go in that direction. So that's why I still mark up my chart like I normally would. So I still trade with the price action at the same time. If a person wanted to, they can use my EMA to help them to understand which direction the market is actually going to go in for real. So like this day candle has 7 hours left in that candle. And then another thing is news can also affect the candles on the day chart as well. So you want to keep a lookout for that. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know that you're on. But yeah, so the news really will affect this in a way that, let me go back into in a way that, like, if you go back to the factory and you see, let's just check tomorrow. So tomorrow, a lot of people should really be trading on Friday anyway because the market will be closing. But some people they're in their positions and then whatever. So you can see that there is a red folder at 10 a.m. So it's like 9 a.m. my time. There's a red folder here. I'm gonna see what it says for tomorrow. Alright. So it says consumer sentiment. One thing I look at is why traders care. Like, why do traders care about this? Like, financial confidence is a leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. So this is going to be impactful as well. Again, if you just hopping on, I really just went over how you can actually play off of the news, how you can trade the news, how you can benefit off of the news, and so forth. I went over how this candle yesterday had opened up, or it didn't really open up, but this candle here was like, okay, you would think that this next candle would be a flat top, but it wasn't. News happened. So what I did was I went to the Forex factory, and mind you, of course, yesterday was the 10th. So I looked at what kind of folder I had for that currency. So I had a red folder for that currency. So overall, right, I was selling this. And a lot of people, they want to like scalp this or whatever. So for people that just like want to get a quick look something and then get out of the market for the day, right, this really works. All I did was I understood that, hey, overall I'm selling the market, right, because the market is in a correctional state right now. But I knew that the news was going to push it in the opposite direction, right? So I looked to buy this instead of, scalp this as a sell-off. To buy this, I bought it, and then you get this crazy movement for like 100 and it was like 40 something, I think it was. From this point, 64 pips. From this point up, that's what happened. Now, when this candle opened up, a way that you could tell that this is going to, I guess, go up or whatever, however you want to say it, I look at the way the candle is moving. Like, is the candle moving with little momentum or is it moving with momentum? Like, if it's one of those candles that just opened up like kind of like Nasdaq, where the candle opens up and it just goes crazy, like, then I mean, of course you want to just you just want to like do what you look out for stuff like that. That stuff is going to play a vital role in what you decide to do. And so, anyway, so I traded off this candle. I bought it. I knew the news was going to come in, so the opposite was going to happen of what I was doing. So I bought it here, got a little scalp in, collected like a couple of pips, got out of the trade, and then I let the market do whatever it's going to do. And then, of course, it went back to what it was doing originally, which was selling off. And right here, we got this news candle. I think this was about 20, almost 30, like 25, 30 pips off this candle. And what this is like, again, just re-going over what I went over for the people that get on here. So what happens is, well, actually, let's put this here. So a lot of people seeing this candle right here and like, all right, this is a flat top candle, which means momentum is coming into the market for sellers. So they get in for the sell position and they're scalping it. So they're like, all right, cool, they're in the trade, whatever, and then the market reverses and it stops them out of the trade because of news. I wouldn't scalp this as a sell unless I got like, maybe if it was reverse. Like maybe if I got a red folder on euro, I might look to sell this. If I had a red folder today, if I had a red folder today on euro, which I don't, and I had like no USD folders or something like that, instead of selling this off, or instead of buying this, I would have looked to sell this off, and then momentum would push this down even further, and the news would push this down altogether even further. So you notice how after this candle came in, this news candle right here, after this news candle right here, we got a reversal going the opposite direction, because this is the direction that the market was going to go in anyways. So my take is everybody, if anything, should be looking for sell confirmations on this, and then look for this to drop into this yellow box, because it is going to do so very soon. It's going to drop. I'm actually gonna drop because I actually took a trade and I had got out like for no reason. Don't judge me. I really did. But this was, I think that was like yesterday. Yeah, I did it. I did it on yesterday. It was on my Fiverr account. Screenshot this and I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop that in my chat. So like from here on now, pretty much, I will continue to look for. I will pretty much look for what happened yesterday. So yesterday we got buyers because of the news. We got some sellers coming in. We got more buyers. Obviously like in like the middle of the day. Somewhere around there, and then you got sellers that came in like they should have. And I'm gonna look at some news that's going on for next week too. So obviously Saturday and Sunday, Saturday market's closed. Nobody cares about Saturday. Nobody trades on Saturday. It's closed. Sunday you got news, JPY news. So and you have a very low impact for Monday. So Monday you got a red folder on USD manufacturing index. That's it. So this really would happen like 7:30 my time, and I had like, because sometimes like I'll look at this and I was like, okay, so I'll really wait till 8:30, but by that time the news is probably over with. But yeah, so Empire State Manufacturing Index. Let's see what this is talking about. So again, one of the first things I really look at is like the time that it's going to happen, and I look at why traders care, because if why traders care does let me know something of value. So it's a leading indicator of economic health. Businesses react quickly to market conditions, and changes in their sentiment can be an early signal of future economic activity, such as spending, hiring, and investment. So again, like for something like your USD, I mean, you'll expect to see, some form of buyer's momentum coming in around 7 or 8:30. Well, really 7:30 my time, but 8:30 around that time, around this time that it says. potential for that to be occurring. But you can see how after, like I said again, after this news candle, you can see that sellers came back in. I'm gonna see what this looks like on the smaller time frame. So yeah, sellers came back in, right? Buyers pushed this up to this red box, and then obviously they came back in and they're trying to sell back off again. And you can see again the email that I made, the indicator that I have, it is letting me know that it's red, and I have a confirmation right there. Like, literally, I have a confirmation right there. So like this candle right here, flat top candle, red, EMA. So when I drop this, it's gonna be crazy. When I do drop this, it's gonna be freaking crazy. But red EMA, right? I have a flat top candle, and then I'm in profit. I'm good. I'm still trading with the trend, because the trend is going down. All the way to the bottom is already 12 pips. So if somebody had my indicator and used the rules with that, you will be up. You will be up. So I think I want to drop this like Monday. I want to drop this like, actually, I'm either going to drop that Monday, or I'm going to drop it Sunday night. Or I'm going to, Sunday before the market's open, I'll probably drop that. So that way everybody can use it. Because like I said, right now, like, you go to indicators and you try to search, my indicator is obviously doesn't pop up because I haven't really put it out there yet. I haven't dropped it yet. But when I do, it's going to be crazy. Go back to the hour chart. Oh, and something that I do sometimes is I will go to the 30-minute, and I will look at what the candle is doing on there. So if I get confirmation of that. And another thing is like this line, it never changed color, so I'm technically still bearish. On this, so that really also helps too. Anything like that. So like literally, like, to be honest, like, I mean, like on here, like really, like I said, like me personally, I would be looking to sell this because I know that this is gonna go in the opposite way. Like I said, the news is over with now, so you really should. I mean, like, unless obviously, like, going towards like, between it was like midnight, and then like bro. Well, this was at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So like around like 1. So like from like 1 to like I guess like 8, you'll see like buyers, some kind of buyers in there. But like right now I would to sell this off. What you call it? I'm pretty much looking for seller confirmation. And let me delete this line. So like looking at how like this candle's moving, it's moving with a lot of momentum. So I mean, if you look at the 5 minute time frame, you're going to see confirmations on that time frame to get into a trade. So I gotta see like a flat top, flat top, flat top, all this. Like, at the same time, this line didn't change color, so I'm still in there. You see it, this did come up above that, and then you got a flat bottom, whatever. But this was the news, so I mean, again, that's open, so we're not worried about that. So now when this changed back to red, right here when it changed to red, you got a confirmation. So confirmation was a flat top, line changed to red, and you get in, and you're up 26 like that. But I'm gonna I think like, cause I wanna actually haven't used this on like what you call it, cryptocurrency. I haven't used this on cryptocurrency yet, but I think I am going to this weekend, cause I gotta grow this funded account. Nobody traded Bitcoin like that. Yeah, let's do Ethereum. I mean, anyway. So, how does it work with Ethereum? Mine was red. Here, it was a reversal sell candle. Flat top came in, and then this is on Ethereum, mind you. So Ethereum, you'll be up. Like you're up like. Excuse me. You're up 19. Pips. Now, like something like this, line is red here. You got a flat top. You get into the trade, and here, here. There. So you have 19. So you have 27 over here, 19 over here. There's no green anywhere in here. I mean, there's a green here, but the line is still down. So right here, I mean, I'm pretty sure like news or something came in over here. And then so forth. So it was Monday. Okay, so Monday there's red foot on USD. We gotta look to buy around this time, and then for GBP, we'll look to sell that off. Well, actually, nobody's gonna be up next today. We're not talking about me. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so there's news on USD. Red folder. So pretty much, I'll look to, maybe see some buyer's momentum on some of the USD pairs on Monday and Tuesday. You see, you got red folders going on. Retail sales, core retail sales. CPI, especially on USD CAD. USD CAD. USD CAD. USD CAD. So let me go to the. I can go to the. one day chart. I don't know if I marked it or I think I did. I did. Oh, I did. I feel like on USD CAD, yeah, you probably. I mean, you might get some buyers on USD CAD on Tuesday. But anywho, about to end this thing. Hopefully, everybody got like some kind of information from this. Like I said, Sunday, I'm gonna be dropping that colored email, so everybody can use that. Sunday, the market's open, and then so the 5 firms that I use to just like think about one of the 5 firms that I use. I'm gonna be dropping a link to that in the Telegram chat. And then, if somebody wants to get a prop firm challenge today, it'll only be like $93. It normally is $130, but it's only like $93 if you purchase today for like pretty much like for the next 24 hours. And I'm gonna drop the promotion code too to that. I mean, like, you're really not gonna get it cheaper than that. Like after that, so I would take advantage. So, anywho, out of here.